All right, this is my third take. You guys didn't know that, but I had some ripping and running to do. I didn't like the first edit. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, we are here. We are here back with another banger of a video. If you guys would, please make sure you go ahead, before we get into the video, go ahead and like. I really want to hear from you guys, so go down and comment too what you're liking about it, what you want to see some improvement. Don't be out there disliking my stuff. My stuff is awesome. It's fire. I be putting in time to talk to y'all. You know what I'm saying? You be listening, so I know you like it. Anyway, yeah, let's make sure them views is matching them likes. All right? It's not hard. Just click it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not asking for too much. Last video we talked about what I was going to do as far as the next video, right? All I'm gonna say, leave it at that. Discipline today makes today hard, but it makes tomorrow easy. All right, keep that in the forefront. Tattoo it, brand it, do what you gotta do. Keep that, right? Because discipline today makes tomorrow easy, right? That's hard. You know what I'm saying? That's why I look good, because I stay disciplined in the gym. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all saw them nasty fights. See, that's why I need get out of this freaking. Anyway, last time I said I was going to tear it down, but I did some diagnosing after I cut the video off, a little behind the scenes work for you guys, so that way I can make sure I have something to post, you know what I'm saying, or something to talk about, right? And I ended up running into a bit of a small problem. Anyway, see how I did that? Small. Anyway, I did some more diagnosing. I did some more testing and figuring out, okay, let's run through everything again. Let's see what we missed. Let's see what we didn't go through. And I came to the conclusion, right, that hopefully that part you just saw, right, this piece right here, this relay, right, will solve all the issues, right, for the truck. You guys didn't see it all, right? I'm trying to be out here for a little bit before that sun comes out. But I took the bed off, pulled the fuel tank down, I pulled the pump out. I took all that stuff off, tested it, and it's just like, it's still not working, right? So I ran through all of my diagnosis again. Let's just start at the top, right? Because I've been having the same problem of starter, the starter not working, right? Not turned over, okay. Then the battery's draining, right? So battery to starter, that's been the main problem, right? And then of course, what I thought was the diagnosis was the fuel, right? I even put this thing, I worked on it myself. I called my buddies on it. I put it in the shop. They couldn't figure out what was wrong with it in enough time, anyway, that's the story, right? And I just wanted to turn on, right? This truck has more than just cash value. It has sentimental value. This is going to be my truck. You know what I'm saying? Until I reach something else, until I find something else, which I think I did. Nice, something a little sporty, nice and cool. Anyway, so upon testing, right? What I tested, right? I ran through I said, let me test the starter relay. Your starter relay is this right here, right? It's a fuse, it's got stuff inside. I don't know what's inside of it, right? But these terminals on it, the prongs, right? Like you plug it into a wall. Imagine trying to plug that into a wall, right? But your terminals on here, right, are supplied, right? 12 volts. You know what your car is? 12 volts. 12 volt battery system, right? Anyway, like I said earlier, I was having a problem with my battery being drained, and there was the starter. I went through like 2 starters on this truck. When I got the truck, it had a brand new starter. It wasn't working, right? So shout out to that guy. He just wasted money on the starter, and them things are not cheap. Then I bought a new one. That didn't work. Took that back. And then I bought a used one. I was like, I'm not gonna buy a brand new one. I'm gonna buy a used one, right? Used one is in there. It's working just fine, right? It's working just fine. The one I bought from the store did not work. That's in the truck, right? Anyway, so I tested. I said, let me test the starter relay. Let's run through it again, right? Found out I have a parasitic draw, meaning that there is a system in the truck that is continuously drawing power from the battery even when I turn it off. That's why I have to unplug the terminals from the battery. I didn't see that, but that sun, just goes away. I'll figure something out, right? I'll show you, right? So I tested it, right? And I said, let me run through the steps, right? I should be getting 12 volts to 30 or to, it's one of them. It's one of them. I should be getting 12 volts with one of them, right? With the truck off, right? With the truck being off, I should still have 12 volts running through it, right? Of course, with the battery hooked up. With the truck on the on position, right? I should be getting 12 volts to another terminal. Can't remember what that terminal is. I think it was 30, or I might have it switched around, or 85. It was 85. On 85, right, I know this is maybe seem foreign to you, but if you go in your car or your truck, right, and you pull out this, the one with the numbers on it, it's gonna have numbers on it, all right? It's not gonna say relay, but this is gonna have numbers on it, all right? Grab that one, right? There's some numbers on it, right? Read those numbers, right? This is just how I quickly educate myself, right? I just learn it, I search it up, just read about it. Now I know, and I can equate it to this, right? So then, I wasn't getting 12 volts to 85 with the key on, right? For sure, right? Like even with it on, that means I'm turning it over, I'm engaging that terminal to get power from that battery, right? To shoot down to that wire to turn that start over, okay? Now, I told you I didn't test the relay because every time I would turn the truck on to attempt to start it, the starter would engage with the flywheel. So why are you testing the starter relay, right? This is where the discipline and resilience come in. Stay grounded, continue to do what you are good at, learn more, come back at it, add to it, right? If you don't get it today, try again tomorrow. So I was like, okay, I didn't test the relay because the starter would still engage. Now I'm testing it, I find out I'm not getting 12 volts to terminal 85, which is supposed to be supplied with 12 volts in order for the starter to be engaged correctly. So long story short, right? What I found out was, right, when I did my little researching online, it could be your forms and all that good stuff, right? If you're having trouble with like a car or, an issue with your specific make and model, if you go online and search like, hey, what's wrong with my car.com or something like that, you'll get like forms, right? Form, F-O-R-U-M-S, right? Forms for like specific Jeeps, Rangers, Toyota, stuff like that. With the same people who had the same common problems, right? I've looked it up. Some of those forms might hurt your feelings. It might be like, bro, you're just out of it, some parts, like I tried to find some parts on this car for this Ranger, searched everywhere, discontinued by Ford, discontinued, right? But the point is, I was told, right, I found out that if you're not getting power, that means you have either a wired starter connection or you have an overload or short in the fuse. So all in all, the short, replace the fuse, okay? After I found that out, it made a lot of sense because it was just like, I didn't test this really because the starter was working, right? Now that I tested the relay itself, it's telling me this right here is the problem. The relay, start right there. Of course, that's the next step in diagnosing, is to go step by step. One of my sergeants told me, I'll never forget, he said, if you become great at diagnosing any vehicle or your vehicle, you'll be a great mechanic. Because it's not about just replacing parts. It's about figuring out what's wrong, how they work, and how they operate. So as soon as the sun goes away, right, for a little bit, I'm gonna put this thing in here, the relay. I'm gonna turn this truck on, and I'm gonna see if that fixes our problem, right? But it's always great when I see you guys watch my videos, the comments. I appreciate it all. Yeah, the sun is doing its job today. It's hot. It's good, right? Eat some fruit, drink some water, stay productive, stay disciplined. It may seem hard today, but it makes tomorrow a lot easier. We're out.